As the Chargers move closer and closer to the schedule release in OTAs, I feel like there's some burning questions that need answering. And looking back at the Harbaugh regime's movement in the past year and a half, I was wondering if the Harbaugh regime in its entirety did an assessment on the mistakes made by the previous regime, the mistakes they made with draft picks, contracts, and just overall direction with the franchise. Personally, I believe that they have, just based upon the things they've done and the moves they've made. And I do believe that they're doing their best to weed those problems out. So that brings about the questions of who they view as the mistakes and what they intend to do about them. If you look at the moves that they made in the draft and in particular in the offseason in the last two cycles, they understood that the certain talent level from certain players is not what fits what they like to do. And as well as their skill set may be limited in a way that they can't be counted on for big roles on this team. So when you get into particulars of who we're talking about, what comes down to players that I feel like might be on the chopping block, a few names come to mind. And that's starting off with Zion Johnson. I think Zion Johnson's fifth-year option not being picked up by the team is a sign that they're questioning whether or not he has a future with the Chargers. And you flip over on the other side of the ball, I think you're looking at guys like Otidio Obonyo, Jasir Taylor, and Dean Leonard. Those guys in particular, Zion, Otito, Jasir, and Dean, all have make or break written all over them if they do make it to training camp. So I think the Chargers have brought in multiple defensive linemen through free agency and the draft, as well as signed multiple defensive backs that better fit the Justin Millionaire way of life, and they could be the odd man out if they're not careful. So if I'm these gentlemen, I will feel the pressure for sure when it comes down to making it to training camp, and likely they're going to be under the gun to perform or risk being cut off the 53-man roster altogether. So let me know in the comments what you feel about these guys and do they have a future with the team? And remember to subscribe to never miss any Chargers content.